And welcome back. This is What's Out There, and I am Robinson Edward Daring, your host. We are talking with Jeff Behr and Jocelyne Colombe about the benefits of the infrared biobelt. One thing I needed to ask Jocelyne is who are some of the people that the biobelt would be perfect for?
Okay. I would say anyone and everyone who's experiencing either extra weight that it would like to release, and also people that have pain. Yes, back pain, but also because the belt can be wrapped around any limb, could be around the leg, around the arm. People that have inflammation in different parts of their body, in the neck, shoulders, um, leaky gut. So people that have digestive problems can use this. People that have fogginess in their brain can use that because of the brain-gut connection, balance with the use of the biobelt. Also, people that are doing core body work, like yoga practitioners or Tai Chi practitioners, can wear the belt during their practice or after the practice to help integrate the energy shift. And now we're even looking at women in particular, because of one specific crystal, the Elvan stone, ELVAN, that is used to line spas in Asian countries, the spas that are dedicated to women, because this particular stone is felt to balance hormones. So now we're moving into the arena of women after they have their babies to regain their shape after delivery. And
Obviously, I do not know about that.
so, what I propose is that when a baby shower is given, that the husband gives his wife with a bio belt to get her shape back because she devoted 9 months to growing her belly for this baby. So it's only fair that they get her a bio belt.
Yeah, and then it might help ease the animosity she might feel towards him during childbirth too. So,
Exactly. Bringing that balance back.
oh, definitely, yeah, he'll be the happy one. Now, you said
For
that the
children, just one more thing, children, many of our children are into sports,
oh,
for sports injuries. That's very easy to use and non-invasive for recovery of stiff muscles or even sprains.
you know, that's an avenue I didn't even think of down there. Yeah, that's it probably could work wonders down there with athletes and getting back from injury much sooner. Now, one of the things you mentioned, and of course this is a huge problem, no pun intended, this is a huge problem in this country, is the weight loss. And the reason I had to ask this is because when I was looking at the bio belt, and it might be easy for people to mistake it for a certain other product that, of course, has gotten a lot of bad press. And you've probably seen it. The people come there, they have those belts they wear around their waist, and it's supposed to be something that basically electrocutes you by sending electric shocks into your gut. So what do you say to people who look at the bio belt and think of it maybe as a gimmick, just like that whatever they're called, the gimmick, the electric belt?
Well, the energy of the belt is a very smooth energy, um, like soft touch as compared to a punch from a boxer. Um, and the science behind it, is very clear in that uh, we live in a very stressful environment, whether or not, we like it. Quickly eat through processed foods, the air we breathe with, aluminum and all kinds of toxins released in the air, the water we drink typically, and all of these create stress that stagnates in our body, and it affects us in that there's a decrease in enzyme production, and the enzymes are um, particularly helpful for all the changes that occur, all the processes that happen in all the organs of our body. So when we hold on to stress, there's lower enzyme function. So our body doesn't work as well for all the organs, and then the liver starts to not process well. And then we have the sugar doesn't get processed well. So we have the fat, the sugar. It suppresses our immune function, so people get sicker. And then what happens is that our body tries to compensate through all of this wasting because there's a lot of, we're feeding the stress in our body at the expense of our organs. So the body gets cold, specifically the organs in the belly. And in order for us to salvage our body, we then develop fat to cover these organs to help them function as best as they can in the environment that we're in. So that's what holds on to fat. And
Okay.
the toxins are in there.
I just wanted to make sure that the listeners understand that this is not one of those things they see on late night TV and I must say I personally used one of those a few years ago, and then I accidentally fell asleep. I was wearing it, rolled over under the control thing to the highest setting, and I thought I was doing a few rounds with Mike Tyson. So this is not one of these gimmicks. This is legit. This is really going to help them.
Yeah, this is a medical device to actually reverse the process that started all of this. There is a lower heat setting, maximum heat setting in the infrared biobelt. It's lower than the biomat, and it's because the organs in the belly are much more sensitive, and the belt is right against that area of the body. And also, there's a built-in shut-off after an hour. Regardless of the amount of heat that it's been set at, it will shut itself off. And the recommended allowance, if you will, is to use the belt for an hour and then take it off for 3 to 4 hours and then do it again. So it's every 3 to 4 hours so that you can allow your body, again, a chance to release the toxin and bring the organs back into their more natural function so that you don't bombard the body with do it. So it's a gradual adaptation, for any devices, actually. And then it starts to reverse this process so that you warm up the organs, and then there's no need for the fat to be there.
Okay, I just wanted to also ask that question. I'm glad you explained that the people don't have to sit there and wear that all day, say at the office. They wear it for an hour, take it off for a few hours, so it's not something that you have to wear all day. Now, another thing I want to touch on before we get to our next break is one of the biggest problems, primarily for us Americans, is for our health, is that we believe that this is magic pill out there that's going to save us from ourselves. An example, a few weeks ago, this is 2013, the professional, I think, New England Journal of Medicine or something, said that diet soda was actually causing people to gain weight. And the reasoning was that, we thought that since the diet soda, since it only had like 1/3 the calories and 1/3 the sugar of a regular can of soda, that meant that we could drink like 3 or 4 cans of the stuff while wolfing down a chili dog. But I want to say is, when people are wearing this bio belt, can they go on doing the bad stuff they're doing, or do they kind of need to have a kind of a mental change or physical change in their lifestyles? I mean, in other words, the bio belt is not meant to allow people to go on with bad behavior, is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the same with anything. You can't keep giving yourself poisons all day and do anything that's going to counter that. It would certainly help if you weren't taking the poisons anymore. In any case, no matter what it is. And you're right about the diet soda thing. The science has been showing that for the last few years, that the way that high fructose corn syrup and aspartame are being processed by the body, it's seen as a toxin, and the body doesn't know what to do with it except for store it. It's just like, well, just wrap a bubble of protection around it that we call a fat cell, and we'll deal with it later. And hopefully we have the resources to do that. And so that's where something like the infrared biobelt comes in, because it does give those resources. It gives a way for those toxins to get out of the body. And it's a very warm feeling. To experience that the biobelt is just to have a warm pack against you. And it's very comforting and it's very relaxing. And everyone that's ever tried it just thinks it's the most wonderful thing, and it's hard for them to even let go of.
All right, we're coming up. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. We are coming up on on our second break. Actually, our last break before our final segment. We are talking with Jeff Behr and Jocelyne Colombe about the benefits of the infrared biobelt. So we'll be back with What's Out There with Robinson Edward Daring.